chuig ar fad agus tá míle fáilte roimh chuig teach scal wacris I lár Killarney le chóglóite le haid ceolchorm Harchean Fritéir Harp Ireland. I'm absolutely delighted to see on this most beautiful day so many people whom we've managed to lure away from the Kerry Tyrone match to come along and hear our beautiful harp music here from Harp Ireland, Crita Éireann, in conjunction with Muckross House and Traditional Farms. We have 3 harpers plus a flute player, 3 of the most renowned harpers in Ireland to play for you this afternoon. We have Ethna Walsh who's just about to take the stage. We have Kathleen Loughnane from Galway, and we have Aoife and Deirdre Granville, or Deirdre and Aoife Granville, sisters, harper and flute players, who are also going to be performing for us this afternoon. And they'll come together at the end of the afternoon to play one of our most famous harpers tunes, Miss Hamilton. So I hope you enjoy the evening, or the hour's music. It wouldn't of course be happening were it not for the support of An Chomhairle Alien, the Arts Council, and of course Toddy Doyle in Muckross House and Traditional Farms, to whom we're indebted for setting up this lovely setting for us today, and even waving a magic spell or his magic wand on the weather so that we could do it outside, because as you know, COVID has restricted us in terms of audience numbers, and this is essentially a recording. So we're absolutely delighted to see all of you here. Hope you enjoy the music, and bear in mind that this will be going out at some point towards the end of September, middle of October, on the Crita Éireann Harp Ireland site. Now just before I let you go, one thing, it's a free concert as you know, but we'd never be ourselves if we weren't saying, if you can dig deep and give us a few pence on your way out the door, we'd be delighted to accept it, to continue to do our work in Ireland, which is promoting the harp all over Ireland. So thank you very much. My name is Aileen McCran, and I'm going to hand over now to Ethna Walsh from Ballybunion in County Kerry.
Thank you everyone for coming to this beautiful day here in Muckross. That was called the Dream Waltz. So next I'm just going to play a slow air. It's called An Círiach Malaha, the Cursed Kerryman. So I don't know how much of a good idea that is today with the match, but we'll give it a go. There hasn't been many cursed kerrymen anyway, so. So next I'm going to do 2 slip jigs. The first one is called the Honeybee, and the second one is called an Canavan Vana. So that means the white-haired Canavan children. I actually know 2 white-haired little Canavan children called called Sadie and Mia. So this is for them. Now, just to finish, I'm going to do 2 jigs. The first one is called the Hawthorn Hedge, and the second one is called An Luarcon, which means the leprechaun. So I'll give these a go.
just while we're waiting for Kathleen Loughnane to warm up, I think it's interesting that we're having this open air concert, but you're hearing all of the ambient sounds around us as well. So we hear children shrieking and we're hearing cheers coming from somewhere else. But I hope you'll bear with it because the music, I've no doubt you'll agree with me, is absolutely gorgeous. This is part of an initiative that we've been running here for the past 4 or 5 years with Muckross House, as I was saying to you earlier on. And it's very nice to be able to support the tradition of harp playing in Kerry, where Ethna is from. Ethna's in North Kerry, and then Deirdre Granville, who we'll be hearing last, is in West Kerry. So the whole harp tradition is really developing very quickly, both in Kerry and in all around Ireland as well. And in fact, in the 16th, 17th century, we had a very famous Kerry harper called Piers Ferter, who composed an awful lot of harp music and who was a chieftain and a poet in his own right. So we feel that we're restoring this tradition to the great aristocratic tradition that it once was. So now I'm going to welcome on stage Kathleen Loughnane, who's one of our most renowned harpers and who herself has done an awful lot of research into the music of the 16th and 17th centuries. And you're going to hear some of that now. So I'll hand over to Kathleen.
Thank you very much. That's my warming up tune. So I'm going to follow it with a lovely tune that I came across again in an old, first of all in Bunting, who was a wonderful collector, and he collected a lot of music from 1792 onwards, and he collected a lot of Scottish music as well as Irish music. And the next tune is a tune that he attributed to Thomas Connellan, who was a famous harper in his time, but in actual fact I came across it in quite a few Scottish manuscripts. So very often there was such wonderful travel between Scotland and Ireland, especially among the harpers, the fisher people, also a lot of intermarriage. So we have a lot of music in common. So this tune called Bonnie Jean, I actually came across it in a beautiful arrangement also for a string quartet. And I followed Bonnie Jean with a tune that I wrote myself. It's a waltz, and as you see, I'm very ancient. So when I was growing up, the music, as was the case in the last year and a half during COVID, the music happened in the houses, especially on a Sunday afternoon. So I associate the second tune, which I've called the Mistletoe Waltz, with house parties from long ago. Okay. So the next set, I'm going to play a tune, I suppose, from our most renowned Irish harper composers, Turlough O'Carolan, whose dates were 1685 to 1738, and we're extremely fortunate to have a huge range of his music. Many, many tunes attributed to him, also were tunes that he carried from many harpers who had gone before him. We're talking about an age when attribution was a bit dodgy, and also nobody was too bothered about royalties. So sometimes a traditional player who would who would put out a really interesting variant of a tune, the tune became associated with that musician, which I think is only right. Okay, so in the next set, the first tune is Maurice O'Connor, a tune by Turlough O'Carolan. And Maurice O'Connor, he was a very interesting character. He was a lawyer by profession, and he lost a lot of his lands. I won't go into too much of the history, but he went to London, and he earned a lot of money as a lawyer in London, came back and regained his lands. So it's a very airy tune for Maurice O'Connor, and I'll follow that with a beautiful air that I learned from the playing of Seamus Ennis, who's he's now dead, but really, really inspiring and renowned piper. And Easter Snow, we're not too sure whether it relates to a place or, I don't know, there's a mystery about it, but it's a lovely tune. I forgot to tell you there was going to be a third tune. I'm from Tipperary, so we don't pronounce our THs very well. But however, the third tune was Bright City. And it's a tune I composed myself. And before the great close down, my sister-in-law, who's a very fine poet, and myself, we went to Croatia to celebrate Galway, and that probably was the first and last gig before the major close down. So Moya's written a beautiful poem, also called Bright City. And Galway, when the Connemara people were coming into market with their goods, Martin O'Dearn has written a beautiful short story where he talks about the women coming into market in through Salt Hill, which if any of you don't know Salt, it's a beautiful promenade, and on a bright day the sun is shining, and really, you would be very happy. So they refer to the city as An Cathar. Anyway, I better stop, hadn't I? Yes.
No, we love it, don't we?
No. Peter has to get his match. Peter, are you getting worried?
Oh, fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is that?
Can you do one more?
We'll do one more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Any? Is it all right?
I'm smiling.
Aileen has perfect pitch.
I'm smiling.
So I told her she's not to look worried when we're playing. Anyway. Okay, I'll finish off with an old favourite of mine, another harpers tune called Lady Dillon and Jig. Am I okay? I am, I think. Express my great gratitude to Aileen for orchestrating this on behalf of Cuichear and Harp Ireland, and also to the Arts Council.
So just while Deirdre and Aoife for getting set up. I think Kathleen referred to a couple of times the fantastic treat it is for musicians actually to play for an audience again. And I think it's an equal treat for us to be listening to music live, because for the last year and a half, musicians actually have been able to play for audiences live. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see you back. And I know we've been very strict here with regulations and signing you in and signing you out and contact tracing, but I'm afraid it's all part of it. The harp, actually, probably you're not aware, but it's our, well, I'm sure you are aware, but for those of you who don't, it's our national emblem, and it's more than 1,000 years old. So there's been a very, very long tradition of harp playing right throughout Ireland, all through the ages. And even today, coming from Ethna and Kerry to Kathleen and Galway to Deirdre and Aoife, who are both from Dingle, you'll hear the various styles of harping and musics coming through the tradition. So I'm now going to hand over to Deirdre Granville and her sister Aoife on flute, and they're going to play us some really lovely Kerry harp music and a few polkas and things thrown in.
Gormagat Eileen, as an Cura. I always feel like surrounded by such elegant playing of the harpers, and I'm coming along now huffing and puffing, so it'll be something a little bit different, but thanks for letting me be a part of today as well. It's a lovely treat. Do you want to do the talking?
No.
Okay. Tommy can toss new makla go polka. We'll start with two polkas. The first one is the only real polka in the Goodman collection. The Goodman collection was collected after the famine in the 1850s around where we're from in West Kerry, and we're big fans of the collection music, and so that's from that. There's no title on it, there's not. And then we'll go into a polka from around these parts in Slieve Locha called Ailey O'Keefe's Delight, I think it is. Okay. Thanks. And like Kathleen was saying as well, we feel out of practice, but it's wonderful to be here and to be playing for people. And we have no excuse not to be practicing, so we don't, sisters. But anyway, that's another story. We'll try a set of jigs next, and they're also from the Goodman collection, the Seamus Goodman collection. And the first one is called the Black Stripper. and we're townies, but we learned that a stripper is a cow that can't have any calves. Is it or something? Yeah, well, it was new to us anyway. So the black stripper, and the second one is called Flora MacDonald, and I think it's kind of Scottishy in origin, like Kathleen was saying about the different, we share a lot in the repertoire. So we'll try these twice is probably enough. We've forgotten how to start.
I know.
Stuff.
Let you go. So Aoife is very good at talking, so she's always willing to do it, so I'm always reluctant. So, but I'm going to play one little solo for you. I'll keep it short and sweet since it's such lovely fine weather. We do have other tunes from the Goodman collection, but just today, I'm feeling the Goodman one. So I'm going to try another air from that collection. It's called Modern Even Éireach. So it's loosely translated as lovely fresh day or morning. Sorry. So let's try it again. By the lovely birds in the back. So. Yeah.
And we'll finish off with a couple of reels. Different to the harp, I suppose, the flute has a shorter history in the tradition, and certainly women flute players. So these two reels, the first one I learned from Teresa Gardner, who's kind of, I suppose, really the first woman that was recorded, and she's still alive and well, playing flute in the tradition. She's from County Galway but living in County Meath, and so I just call it after her. And the second one was written by a wonderful composer from County Roscommon, Josie McDermott, but in honour of another great flute player, Peg McGrath, who was a great, very inspiring female flute player. So, Gurmahaga Barisht, and then I think the girls are going to join us for one tune after this. So, Gurmahaga. 2, 3, G and D.
G and D, yeah. I suppose while everyone's coming up, I'll do the big plug. Thanks to Aileen and Harp Ireland again for organising, and Toddy and all at Muckross for organising the event. And remember to watch it online. And also, we hope to be back here or around Kerry and all around Ireland for Harp Day on the 16th of October. So you can watch out online or wherever we are. There'll be lots of harps. And ahead of next year, the year of the harp, which we'll be celebrating. So hopefully there'll be harp coming out of your ears.
now you know that tune. Thank you again.